Obviously, no one's in here except for there's a live person and a puppy in the room this time, which is completely weird and awesome. However, I have had people drop in before, so if that happens, everyone's welcome. This is Grayscale Tarot. I'm Lee, kind of on location. You'll notice that the background is a little different than it normally is. Wanted to get going live at 9 o'clock, but there's going to be some setup and just some weirdness in here. So I'll be in and out for a second. If you have any questions or anybody drops in, just, yell at me, do the whole chat thing, whatever. All right, guys. Tonight we're going to be doing Celtic Crosses. Really in the mood for Celtic Crosses. We're going to do 4 readings total. I'm going to kind of let the deck decide which order we go in, but in general, we'll do one for love, one for money, one for problem solving, and one for passionate pursuits. That's basically a reading for every suit of the tarot. Also, we are doing this reading in honor of the full moon. I do all of my readings on either the full moons or the dark moon cycles. That's really all you need to know about me. Also, if you want to know what I'm about specifically, kind of my philosophy on tarot and things like that, I have other little videos. It's kind of a tarot philosophy sort of section. Check those out as well. All right, guys. I'm going to go ahead, grab my deck, light some incense. If I can find a candle, I'll light that. Let's go crazy, huh? All right. Be right back. Got the incense lady? All right, guys. Since we did the dark moon reading with this specific deck, I'm going to keep going with it for the full moon. It is the Gilded Tarot Royale. Got in this super cool little box that somebody awesome gave to me. Fits the cards perfectly. So we're going to use that once more. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle up here. Again, with me and my style of tarot reading, I find source to be very important, but I understand that source is individual to each person. So if you want to go ahead and call in your source this time, that would be wonderful. I do a lot of that pre-getting on camera, so there won't be anything formal, but now would be a good time to go ahead and send up some words of encouragement to whatever your source may be. Everyone's welcome here, by the way. I don't care what your religious proclivities are. We're just reading tarot and having fun. So, I was doing a little bit of something different with this deck, and it's all messed up. Yeah. I'm a one deck guy. I have plenty of different tarot decks, but I read with one at a time. Just kind of my thing. All right, guys, here we go. Let's get a little shuffled up here. Aw, it's a dead person candle. Oh, that's you. Was this like
school?
Oh, for school. That was, yeah. Oh, you were so cute in school. You're still cute, by the way. But you looked a lot different then. I think you're actually cuter now. But anyhow, wait a minute. I'm doing a tarot reading. Sorry about that. So just in case anybody sees that, we have a cool candle here. And my girlfriend and I are also morticians. Funeral director. She's a funeral director. I'm technically a funeral director intern. Don't want to get sued. But that was a candle that she made during her school process as kind of a part of a class with her picture on it and stuff. So that's the candle I got burning. We got some smoke in here going everywhere. Fun time. Okay. How I like to pick is just basically the first minor arcana card I see of a suit. We go ahead and do that corresponding reading. So let's go ahead and do that now. Pens it is. Pentacles. All right. So for this reading, we're talking all about money. It doesn't have to be exactly money, but we're talking about worldly possessions, material gain. So that could be in the form of a new job. That could be in a form of luck. That could be anything like that. But generally, we're talking about the good old green stuff, which is the money. Okay, we're going to go ahead. I'm going to start the spread here. First card pulled, Four of Wands. The heartbeat of the Celtic Cross. Four of Wands, when I see that in a money reading or a coins reading or a pentacle reading or whatever you want to call it, basically we're seeing stability. I'm also seeing that this is sort of a family card. So your money might come from your family, or you might be depending on your family for money. Really, we're only one card in. So we'll see what the rest of the spread tells us. But definitely family stuff is going to be integral inside of this. Next card out. We have the Page of Swords. That goes in what I call the basement. Okay, that's the bottom of the spread. And that's kind of the subconscious, what's going on underneath type of card. Okay, Page of Swords is a messenger. Whenever I see a messenger in the basement, that means that somebody has told you something that is weighing very heavy on you, and you might be dreaming about this a lot. It's been really reverted into the subconscious mind. When we have a Page of Swords, we're looking at somebody who is probably young, but doesn't have to be. Also, we don't read gender in the tarot, so it could be male or female. And this person's going to be intelligent. They're going to be cunning. They're going to be quick-witted and have great ideas. However, they're not going to be very mature in the way they think about things. I see this person as a bright young pupil, but they don't have much real world experience. Okay, so it is a person in your environment. Again, we're looking for somebody who fits those characteristics. I go by the theory of it looks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, it's probably a duck. So if it's a young person in your environment who fits that criteria, I would look at them first. And then if they don't fit the situation, you're going to expand out from there. But pick the most obvious thing first, okay? And this is going to be somebody who is very deeply ingrained inside of your subconscious. When I see that, I'm thinking a child. It could be somebody that is a childlike figure to you, or somebody that you have dominion over, that is just inside of the fiber of your being, if that makes sense. We're going to go ahead and look at the next card. This is the card that's hanging above the spread. This is what's hanging above you. So I look at this as sort of something on a wire. And if that wire were severed, it would crash down on you. That can be a good thing or a bad thing. And in this instance, we have the Empress, which is generally, to me, a good thing. Okay? The Empress is a major arcana card, so we give it a lot of credence. Also, its position above the entire spread shows me that this is really an overarching theme of everything that's going on with you in this money pursuit right now. The Empress is a symbol of birth and of wisdom as well. Also, a very feminine card. I don't know if that is going to mean anything to you or not, but definitely the idea of great wisdom and great creative process. Also, a person who's very seated in their power. So this is the idea of being very confident and being very established where you are. Reading it literally, and I always do want to give the literal reading as well. This could be pregnancy. A lot of times the Empress card represents pregnancy or maternity or parenthood in that situation. So also, if I connect that to the Page of Swords, it really points to a child for some reason. I don't know what that means yet. And then right there in the center, we have the Four of Wands, which means we're looking at family. All these things are gelling together very well for me. Okay, we're going to go ahead and look at your pass card. Pass card is Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups is all knights are people of action. Okay, again, it's another communication card. So you're looking at a person here. Again, male or female. So again, no gender in the tarot. The Knight of Cups is definitely going to represent love or some great emotion, probably a positive emotion, which is why I go to love kind of just as a default. This is a person in the past who was possibly your knight or lady knight in shining armor, let's say. This could be definitely the person that you're with, and I'm kind of seeing that maybe this knight became part of your family in one way or another. Also, as an alternative measure, that could have been somebody who, when we see the Knight of Cups, sometimes people call him the Don Juan, somebody who showed up real quick and left. So that could have been a one-night stand or something of that nature. I'm guessing we'll see how that knight fits into this family as we keep pulling more cards. But it's either a part of the family or has departed. I'm not sure what we're looking at exactly. Let's go ahead to the future card, see if it illuminates all of this. We have another communication card. King of Wands. Okay. So in the future, you're going to be looking for guidance when it comes to this money process from somebody who is, again, seated in their power so that they are an authority figure in their realm. They're also going to be very passionate. Whenever I see a wand, we're thinking somebody who's very hard charging and has a good flame about them, just kind of a burning desire to do well. When I see a wand in a money reading, that's somebody who has passionately been able to use their passionate pursuits to gain money. Okay. So again, I'm seeing a lot of messengers, guys. I see 3 messengers right here. That King of Wands, in my opinion, is the most positive card, and it's in your future. That's your most positive messenger. So that's going to be the one that you're looking at for money. Okay. Again, male or female, it could be either one. You're looking for a person who is very established in their power, very passionate, and has used that passion to gain money in their own life. And whenever I see messengers in this specific position, I always see them as mentors. So somebody you want to learn from. Okay. Let's see what's crossing you. Your biggest problem here. Biggest problem is the 6 of Cups. Okay. It's an interesting card in this position. So the 6 of Cups, I definitely see an innocence here. It's crossing family, which is growth. I'm also in it. Also, we were delving on fantasy here as well, and I'm just seeing so much childhood stuff here. So I'm thinking that you're having money problems in association with children. Children are kind of eating up all of your money. And the children there's some big change. So you're helping the child through something. This could be like a college situation or a problem that has arisen in a child's life that you're needing to financially pay for. Yeah, whenever we see the 6, we're looking at growth and change. That can be positive or negative. And also, going back to it, guys, it could also be a new pregnancy. And not being prepared for that. Okay. Let's see what's at the root of this problem. What this is really all about. This is the 7 of Wands. Okay. 7 of Wands is what I call the hero card. So this is going to be you're really wanting to stand up and fight for this situation here. You're going to be the hero in this situation for better or for ill. And you're kind of wanting to know how to do that. That's what, if you're looking at this reading and you're wondering how the hell, is this going to work out? It's because you want to be the hero in the situation, but I don't think that you're equipped financially to do that right now. But you want to be. And again, going back to the only major arcana card I see here, the Empress, it's a very protective energy as well, a very parental energy. Okay, guys, how do people see this from the outside in? Okay, Five of Cups. Also known as kind of the River of Tears card. Five of Cups is going to mean heartbreak. So people on the outside are seeing that whatever the situation is financially is, and your inability to handle it right now, it's really hurting you. So people on the outside are seeing that you're going through some struggle here. That's good because that means that there are people outside who can see that. Community is a very big aspect when handling financial problems of any sort. So people on the outside do see your plight. I think that it's a little bit worse. I'm going to rephrase. I think that they see it as a little bit worse than it is. Okay. I think that you're going to be okay. And you do have these messengers and pieces of the puzzle and this Empress energy. You do have the will to be the Seven of Wands or the hero. So I think you're going to be okay. But people from the outside are seeing it even worse than it really is, if that makes any sense. Okay, guys, let's look at hopes and fears. That makes sense, and it's definitely going to be a fear. Tower, okay? Tower is our second major arcana card in this spread, and Tower basically means great cataclysm, great breakdown of communication. What I'm seeing, that doesn't mean that it's going to happen. It's not in a future. It's not in the future spot. It's not in the outcome spot either. It's just what you're fearing is going to happen. You're going to fear great cataclysm and breakdown of this family unit that is been supporting you in the past because of this new, again, Six of Cups, this new change. Again, that could be pregnancy, that could be college, that could be children doing something. You fear you're not going to be able to make it. However, Seven of Wands, you do believe that you can be the hero to change it. I'm sorry, I'm not seeing how the hell to get you out of it. Let's look at the outcome. Okay, that's a positive card in this situation. Knight of Pentacles. We have another messenger card. It's a pentacle. Obviously, it's going to be someone who is going to help you with this money issue, and they are going to be very hard charging because they're a knight. Knights are all people of action, and they're going to be able to help you out. Also, this could be you becoming this Knight of Pentacles, which is what you're going to need to be to become that hero. So you kind of have two options. One is to become that person, or one is to look for that person in your environment. To me, I would say that you need to become this Knight of Pentacles. We already have this King of Wands in the future spot as a teacher. Okay? So I would look for their mentorship, but I would try to become the King of Wands yourself. What that means is that you're going to have to take action. You can't sit on the sideline and hope for this to get better. Take the teachings of this King of Wands. This Knight of Cups, the love pony back here, I haven't really been talking about them, and that's the card that kind of doesn't fit into this. I'm thinking that's your partner or a past partner that might be able to help you out here. Although I'm seeing the heartbeat of the cross being family. So I think that's probably a partner you have now, or someone who's recently departed, maybe you recently broke up with, that might be able to assist you in this money problem. Again, all of this is stemming from a child or parental situation that's going through a great deal of change. Not a great way out, guys, but at least that should give you a handle on the problem to see what exactly it is. And of course, this is a general reading, so you're probably going to see a lot more than I see. All I can do is read the cards. You know what's going on with you specifically. All right, guys, shuffle up here. Look for our second reading. What's it going to be? Swords. So that's going to be problem solving. Guys, when we're talking about problem solving, that means metaphorically or physically going to war. That means solving a problem in your immediate area. It definitely helps if you can think about a problem that you are having and don't jump around. Don't jump around to different problems. Keep this one in your mind. Specifically on problem solving spreads, I always suggest that people take notes. You should take notes for everything, I think. But when it comes to problem solving, for me personally, having a written record of what exactly it is you want to do helps out quite a bit. Okay? Without further ado, guys, let's look at the heartbeat of this Celtic cross. Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune is a major arcana card, and basically it is what it is. You are spinning, but you're probably, now, I'm going to back up a little bit. A lot of people see this as an automatically positive card. They think that this means that you're going to win the game of roulette. I don't see it that way as much. I see it as you have already spun that wheel and you don't know what's going to happen right now. Some people see that more of the hangman sort of energy. I do not. However, your advantage is you know that wheel's spinning and you know to hedge your bets. Okay, so yes, it's probably going to turn out okay, but just it doesn't mean that it's going to turn out okay. All right, I know that that's negative, but I'd rather be a little bit more realistic and then lead you down a path that's just kind of all unicorns and rainbows and things like that. All right, so at the heart of this problem, we have this Wheel of Fortune, which means that it's not guaranteed, but you do have a chance to win this situation because you know you've already spun that wheel, and you know that you need to hedge your bets and do your best to get this outcome that you want. Let's look at the Basement card. What's going on subconsciously, guys? Another major arcana. It's the Fool. Okay. So the Fool is probably the most interesting card in the tarot. It's not my favorite card, but it's the most interesting. And it just means that the idea that you're always the fool. You always need to remember that. You are never the master. When we see all of these other cards with great power, kings and empresses and emperors, they were all at one time a fool. And they all will return to being a fool because everything is cyclical. The good news is when I see this in the Basement, in the subconscious category, it means to me that you already understand that on a basic level you don't have to think about. Okay? So from that comes not really a confidence, but sort of a caution. You understand that you're always open to learning, I think is a better way to put it. You don't have a giant hubris or a giant ego. You realize that you're always a fool no matter how smart you ever get. And that everything is a process, everything is a cycle, everything will start over and over again, kind of like the wheel, right? You understand exactly what I just said when I gave that spiel about the Wheel of Fortune. You understand that there's always a chance to be a fool, to lose, okay? But that's also a new beginning, and every defeat becomes a new possibility, all right? What's hanging above this? For the second time tonight, Seven of Wands. All right. That's a very weird position for this card, and I don't like it. I'll tell you why. So the Seven of Wands could mean, and I'm sure that this will illuminate as we pull more cards and see, but there's options right now. Okay. Option one is that's you. That's the overall general energy that you are aspiring to, is to be the hero. Okay. Also, but the other side of that is that you're fighting the hero. That this problem is with a person that thinks that they are a hero. So it could be you or the other person, and I don't know right now. Okay? So I'm going to briefly skip over that so we can pull some more cards and then things can become more clear. All right? Let's look at the past. Another Wands card. We have the Two of Wands. Okay, so you've recently made a decision. I say that you've made the decision because this card is in the past. Okay, and this was to go on to a passionate pursuit, to take a chance, to step off onto a new adventure. Not really a money adventure, but something you were very passionate about that you didn't care if it made money or not. Could be a love adventure too. But whenever I see a wand, I'm thinking more lusty, lusty rather than lovey, lovey. Okay, so yeah, you've definitely made that decision in the past and stepped off onto it. And I'm guessing that's why we have this Wheel of Fortune energy, is because you are new onto this path. Let's look at your future card, guys. Here he is, the Devil. Okay, I make this spiel every time I pull the Devil. A lot of tarot readers see the Devil as a very negative card. I do not. It certainly can be, but people kind of downplay the positive sides of this card. So the positive sides are great passion. This is the most passionate card in the entire damn tarot deck. Okay, seeing as you've recently went into made this choice to go on a passionate journey. I'm talking about that Two of Wands in your past, and that you are now on this Wheel of Fortune type of energy. The future is looking like a Devil energy. Now, what that means is initially it's going to be great. It's going to feel like it paid off. There's going to be a lot of passion here. However, the Devil can be addictive. Okay, so it's a thing where you need to watch it very carefully. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying watch it, because this, whatever it is that you accomplish, this wheel is going to land on this very passionate, great opportunity. And I think you're going to take it, because why wouldn't you? You made the choice. You got on the wheel. This is what it gave you. Just be careful with it, okay? Be careful with this energy. What I like to say is the Devil is a great business partner, is a great teacher, but at the end of the day, Devil only cares about Devil. And if you get too addicted, it's not going to hold your hand to get you out of that addiction. It's not going to care that you get hurt, okay? So be careful with this opportunity. But the positive side is it's going to be very passionate, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And you're going to learn a lot, okay? All right, guys, what's crossing this entire thing? What's your biggest issue? Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups. That specifically means an idea related to love, a new idea for love. And this is your biggest problem in the entire situation. I just see the Seven of Wands hanging out up there. And my question is, why the hell are you there? Huh. So, holding you back from this Devil idea and going on to this passionate idea is this romantic idea, I'm guessing, about another person that would lead you away from this. So you've made this choice to step onto a path for a passionate pursuit, but somebody's trying to hold you back that you're romantically involved, not even really romantically involved with, but have an idea that you could be romantically involved with. Okay. All right. Well, let's check and see what we have for what this is really all about. The Hierophant. A lot of major arcana, guys. I see the Hierophant and the Devil as complete opposite enemies. Okay. What that means is you're very, very structured, and you have a great respect for the rules of your society and possibly of a religion. This person that's the Ace of Cups that you might be romantically involved with also believes that. And I think that you have stepped off onto this path that is in opposition to the societal norms or possibly religious norms that you've been brought up with and do respect. However, you're wanting to get away from that, and you see a romantic possibility that would lead you to some amount of happiness, but not a great amount of happiness. It's a lot like settling. Okay. You could go off and do this new adventure and meet the devil, or you could stay home with this new romantic pursuit, this romantic idea, and be a very socially committed person with this new partner and live more of a boring life. That's what I see so far. Good news is, as the spread looks right now, the Seven of Wands hanging above your head, that's definitely you. I'm not seeing it as a person who's opposing you in any way. So that means that you aspire to be the champion of your own life. That clears that up for me. That was bothering me. So, yeah, let's see how people are seeing this from the outside. Okay, people looking in, seeing the Three of Swords. I don't think you need to worry about that Ace of Cups. I don't think you really need to worry about that new pursuit, because people on the outside are seeing it as you are only ever going to be friends with this person anyway. And I say that because the Three of Cups represents really loving friendship. I think it's probably, in this case, people on the outside might be seeing it correctly. I think that it would be okay to be friends with this little Ace of Cups, this romantic idea. But that's probably the best of both worlds. Be friends with them, but still go and catch your devil, and we'll learn from that experience while being careful, by the way, while being careful. I can't say that enough. All right. Hopes or fears? Knight of Wands. This is a very interesting character. This is a very interesting case in which I think it's both guys. You hope to be that Knight of Wands, that person who charges and takes action and goes on and has that rendezvous with the devil. You also fear it. Okay, you also fear leaving what you already have, leaving the Hierophant. Okay, who you have a lot of respect for. You have a lot of respect for the institutions in which you come, from which you come. But you want to be this Knight of Wands and go off into this new adventure. And you've already made the decision to do so. You've already stepped onto this Wheel of Fortune. So at some points, guys, it's almost looking like it's too late to go back. I mean, if you really wanted to, you could go and you could beg forgiveness to the Hierophant. You could go back into your little life, but you've already got a taste. And when you have a taste, you never forget the taste. Okay? Let's see the outcome. Knight of Cups. I like that a lot. Whenever I see two of the same cards side by side, I see a metamorphosis from one to the other. So I think that you are going to choose to go and take this devil as a mentor and have fun and be careful. But you're going to learn a lot from that, and you're going to become a person of action who is very loving, very emotional, very kind, and in its own way, very emotionally wise. So if the problem that you're facing is going on to this path, if you want to become someone who is emotionally wise and who learns to be a person of action, go ahead and do this. okay, I think that the problem will solve itself if you keep going. And I think that you should probably keep whoever this romantic idea is, that's connected with this Hierophant and this idea of society. They should just be a friend at this point. Okay? All right. Mm-hmm. 2 down, 2 to go, guys. 2 down, 2 to go. Love and passionate pursuits. 2 we have left. Love and passionate pursuits. Cups. We're talking about love next, guys. Love is what we're going to do. All right, guys. Love, what are we talking about? What's in the middle? Heartbeat of the Celtic Cross. We have the Chariot. Major Arcana. Refers to movement. That means that things are going on for you in the love department. Also, it means balance. So we have, whenever you see, and I know that I can't see that the best in the world, but we see on this card represented is sphinxes. A lot of times it's horses, but they'll be different colors. And what that really means is the conscious and subconscious mind. And the charioteer has to control both of those things in order to get them going in the right direction. And they are successful in that. So that means that you are being rational about your love interest. And that means that you are making progress toward it. Good place to start. In the basement, guys, Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords. So basically that means one of two things, okay? We can see this is a straight messenger card. What I'm really feeling right now as I'm reading it is there's someone who was very possibly your mother or father, or someone who was very close to you, who had dominion over you, that taught you to be very cold. They taught you to be very calculating, very cold, however, very smart. That's in there too. But that's kind of the antithesis of love. That's kind of being too guarded, too frigid, that sort of thing. That's what you're working with down in the basement. That's what's behind you subconsciously, is sort of this frigidness. Okay? Now, on a more positive note, that means that you're going to be very selective, and so being selective is a good thing. As long as you're giving someone a chance, you are being okay with that. Okay, you are giving someone the opportunity and not just freezing everyone out. Okay, what's above this entire thing? Boy, 10 swords. 10 swords hangs above this entire situation. Okay, and like I said, this is something on a thread that's above you. It's not really a hope or a fear. It's something that you were probably unaware of to begin with. And 10 of Swords is the idea of basically ultimate defeat. So that hangs in the balance. That is the thing that's above your head in this entire love situation. What I'm saying is the stakes are high. You're either going to do very well or it's going to crush you. Okay? Not saying that you're going to die or anything crazy like that. I'm just saying that whatever situation, whatever love interest that you're working on right now with this spread, whoever you have in your mind, they're going to be very important one way or the other, whether that's really good or really bad. Okay? In your past, King of Pentacles. Messenger card, and this, whenever I see the messenger cards in a past position in a love reading, I'm suggesting that that's an ex, someone that you either are with and want to get away from, or are already away from. This person specifically was going to come from money, or at least have access to a lot of material goods. They were going to be able to make you comfortable. but there was something about them that you did not like, and that you are planning to leave them, or are wanting to leave them, or have already left them. Is a person that's seated in their power, who is very authoritative when it comes to money, possibly older than you, doesn't have to be, but possibly. And yeah, you're wanting to get away from that situation and get something new. Future card, Ace of Swords. Okay, so this situation going on with this new person is going to leave you with a lot of new ideas. As a couple, you guys are going to have a lot of intellectual ideas, and a lot of intellectual opportunities. However, the aces tend to fly away really fast. See the little birdie on that card? I think that's very well apt, because the aces tend to come in and go away very quickly. So you guys are going to have a lot of intellectual ideas that may or may not stick around. Okay? It's going to be up to you as a couple to grab them and go forward with them if you want to. Or you can just kind of enjoy watching the birds fly. As I say, it's fun to have new ideas, and let them pass sometimes. It depends on how serious you want to be, if you want to grab onto any of those birds. That's a terrible analogy, but I think you get what I'm saying. We're going to take a look at the base of everything. What's this all about? Okay? What's the actual reason behind this? Ace of Wands, guys. It's all about a passionate idea. Okay? I'm guessing that the old King of Pens isn't doing real well in the passion department, or wasn't doing real well in the passion department, and that's why you left them. Okay? You're wanting something more passionate. You're wanting this idea of maybe what you guys were like in the beginning, but you understand that that person's never going to give it to you, and you're going to have to find it elsewhere. Makes sense. That's why you're looking for this new person. Let's see how other people see it. Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups, whenever I see nines, we see fruition, and cups mean fruition of love. So this is going to be, other people are going to see that it's a good idea that you left. Okay, they're going to see that they believe that you can have a future of loving happiness with someone. However, they're probably going to be behind you, because they think that you deserve that sort of thing. I'm definitely seeing that people on the outside are with you, and they want you to be happy. So they're rooting for you, basically. I think it's probably going to be divided 50-50. Some people are going to be a fan of this old King of Pens. Some people are going to, and they're really a fan of how stable that person made you. Thinking like specifically father figures. Father figures always want their child to be taken care of. However, on the other side of the coin, there might not be much passion in that relationship. And can you really live without passion in the love department? I don't know. All right, guys. Fears or hopes? Hierophant. That one could go either way on a fear or a hope. Talking about the hope side, that means basically rebuilding your entire ideology with this person. Basically making this person into, and your relationship specifically between you two, into basically your new religion. It could be wanting that person to, and your new relationship that you see, to be the complete authority in your life. On the other side of that, you could be fearing that the religions and institutions that you are a part of or that are around you are not in favor of this new relationship. So that could mean that you think that the powers that be, let's say, do not want you to find a new relationship, or are speculative and fearful of the new relationship that you have found. Does that make sense? I hope so. Let's look at the outcome. Two of Swords. Not going to lie to you, not a great outcome card. Basically, you're going to have a choice, and it doesn't look like this choice is going away anytime soon. It looks like that you and this new person are going to constantly be confronted with choices that are never easy. Yeah. And last card here, let's pull what's crossing you. What's crossing you is the Three of Hearts. Three of Swords. What am I talking about? Three of Swords, which basically is community, but I'm trying to see how it interacts exactly. It's odd that there's the Two and the Three of Swords pulled back to back. Yeah, guys. Three of Swords. How exactly is that crossing you? I pulled these out of order if you didn't notice, and sometimes that messes me up. So yeah, I mean, well, we just got to go with it. Three is kind of a community sort of card, and that means that there's going to be people who don't see this as a good idea, this new relationship. And specifically, I think also you're still missing something from the King of Pentacles. You're missing sort of the friendship and the toughness and the duality of that relationship. You're missing the community that you guys have built together, the friends that you have built together. Yeah. All right, guys. I think I'm done with that one. Last but not least is Passionate Pursuits. We're talking about Passionate Pursuits. This is something that can bleed into a lot of other categories, right? So you can be passionate about a love pursuit, although I would consider it more of a lust pursuit in this particular style of reading. You can be passionate about a money pursuit, but money isn't the thing that you're wanting. If there's money, great. If there's not money, whatever. You're just going to do it for the pleasure of doing it. So that's how it can bleed over into a couple of other categories, if that makes sense. All right, guys. Center of Passionate Pursuit, Seven of Wands. Third time it showed up tonight. Means that you want to be the hero. You feel you want to be the hero of this new quest. You feel like you want to take control of your own life, and you need to stand up to anybody else who doesn't think that way. Very, very classic card for a Passionate Pursuit spread. So let's, without further ado, pull what's in the basement. Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups means that you are a person of action when it comes to emotion. You always have been. You've always been very emotionally in tune and very emotionally mobile, meaning that you always do what you think is right, that type of thing. And that is what's fueling you subconsciously in this new Passionate Pursuit, is this idea of emotional action. Up top, we have the Five of Pentacles. Remember just now how I was saying that these pursuits, especially passionate pursuits, may make money and they may not. Well, this is telling me that hanging above this entire thing, something you may or may not realize, is that this could result in poverty. Okay? This passionate pursuit I'm seeing has the potential to not make a lot of money. All right. However, you want to be the hero. Whenever I see these hero cards, heroes are generally not in it for the money. Also, I see a Knight of Cups, which is in it more for the emotion and the sense of rightness than it is for any other reason. So I don't really see that Five of Pentacles as a big deterrent. Just know that it's there, okay? And then if you do try to go out on this passionate pursuit, don't expect to be compensated, all right? It's probably going to cost you money. In the past, we have the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles, I'm sorry, that is the Ten of Pentacles. Makes it a large difference, folks. Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles means that you are coming off of financial success. That's good because it means maybe you have a bank account that can sustain this new passionate pursuit. However, might mean that you have to completely leave that bank account and leave that stability in order to go on to this passionate pursuit. You will know which one it is, but it's going to be one of those two things. If you're the person who has that money, who is in total control of that money that was in your past, you'll be able to use it to accomplish whatever you want to accomplish. However, if you're a person who has lost that and it's in your past because you no longer have it, then that means that you're going to have to be building from scratch. Also, it's an not odd, but it's an interesting thing that I see the 10 and the 5 of Pentacles like just catty-cornered from each other. Leads me to think that maybe you lost this money or will lose this money if you still have control of it. But passion, you're still a hero. Remember, heroes don't like money. Hopefully, because I'm not saying that it's going to be a great money pursuit for you. In the future, High Priestess. Very creative card. When I see the priest and the priestess, there's slight differences between them, but the thing that they both convey really, really heavily is the idea of creation. So you're going to be able to create new things in this future. Also, what the High Priestess has over the High Priest is this idea of innate confidence within herself. So you're going to be able to understand what you are better. You're going to get more self-realization as you go on this passionate pursuit. And you're going to get to be creative. And for me, creation is a great tool when it's a great thing to strive toward. So again, I'm not really giving advice. I'm just reading cards here. But if it were me in that situation, I'm probably always going to go toward that priestess, high priestess, or magician, high priestess energy. Okay? Because creation is a great gift. And I do see that in the future on this spread. Let's pull this card in the right order, according to me. What's crossing you? The Knight of Pentacles. So that illuminates things. That means that there was somebody else in control of that money that's in your past, and they are an obstacle to you going on this new pursuit. So there's money. Somebody with money is against you, which makes things difficult. Yeah. That's just what that is, guys. I can't really find another meaning behind it. There's somebody with money, most likely tied to this money in your past, who has great ability to bring poverty down on your head and is not happy with this new pursuit that you are undertaking. It's really all about, guys. Really, it's all about the Five of Swords. Five of Swords, what that means is battle, okay? Adversity, and adversity in the worst kind. So this is all coming off of some sort of struggle that you have probably shed a lot of blood and tears and sweat for. Now, what that tells me on kind of the positive side of things, let me take a little sip here, is that you're committed to this pursuit. Whenever somebody goes through a battle, it solidifies things. And if you're still thinking about going on this passionate pursuit and you've been through a battle already, a battle that when I see swords, they're generally not the most positive of things, it means that you probably took a licking. If that makes any sense, you probably got a pretty good beating, metaphorically or physically. But you still, at the heart of everything, have this energy of the Seven of Swords, which is the hero. I'm sorry, Seven of Wands, which is the hero card. All right, guys, what do other people see outside looking in? Second time tonight, Chariot. So, Major Arcana. It is the second Major Arcana card that I see here. And it means from the outside looking in, people feel like you have a good handle on the situation and that you're moving in the right direction. Because again, the Chariot for me symbolizes both movement and balance and control. Okay? A lot of times, I know we don't like to say this, but a lot of times other people do have pretty good opinions about things when it comes to you because they're on the outside looking in and they have a better vantage point. Sometimes when we are in a fight or on a passionate pursuit or something like that, we're too sucked in. We can't see ourselves from outside of ourselves. Sometimes people have a better vantage point up on the hill over there. Okay? So other people are seeing you as being in control of this situation, and I don't know if they approve or disapprove, but they think that you have the capability to succeed. Hopes and fears, guys. Hopes and fears. Ten of Swords. You fear failing. Okay? You fear complete decimation, complete failure. That's smart. I mean, who doesn't fear that? And outcome, guys. Outcome is King of Pentacles. Okay. Interesting. So, although you are in this financial issue now, there's finances in the past you probably don't have access to anymore. There's a chance of poverty hanging above your head. There's this Knight of Pentacles crossing you that could bring poverty down on your head at any time. You still have this chance to become the King of Pentacles with this passionate pursuit, which means that you might come into new money. And this isn't all about money, guys. It's all about passion. And again, if we want to take money out of this equation, what I see with the King of Pentacles in that situation is that you're going to become a person who's seated well in a position of power that is going to become an authority on whatever it is you are moving toward, whatever the goal is. Okay? And there might be money involved. Sorry. It's just what I see. It's just what the reading has told me. All right? Anything else I need to say about this spread? I think that's it, guys. It looks like you'll recoup what you have lost if you go on this. That's really the bottom line for this spread. All right, guys. I'll go ahead and put this all up. I think I made one mistake on there. Not going to lie. But I will hopefully edit these down to a compressed version and take care of it at that point. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you're seeing this post live, which doesn't look like anybody tuned in today, which is cool. Yeah, thank you so much. And from Grayscale, this is Lee. I'll see you later. Bye now. Hi there.